Non so se qualcuno te l'ha chiesto prima, ma per quale motivo hai avviato questa carriera, questo percorso? Perché io ho visto, diciamo, il tuo curriculum e tu eri un agente all'IBM e poi sei diventato un trader.
I came out of the Marine Corps not having any idea what I wanted to do. And the first job I was offered was as a salesman with IBM in Riverside, California. And I got very lucky. And at the end of July 7th of the second year, I'd made 100% in all product lines. And at that stage, I was number one in the company, and I hated every single day of it.
Okay.
It didn't change. And I then ventured into becoming a stockbroker. And it was an interesting story because become a stockbroker, at that time they were giving psychological tests. And the first firm I interviewed with came back and they said the answer from the psychologist was absolutely no. There's no way that this person could ever succeed in this field.
Wow.
And it was pretty unsettling. And so I went with another company. And when I went with that company, I didn't like their research. It didn't ring true to me. So I started doing my own research. And I had a couple of successes, some that weren't quite as successful, in fact, a little embarrassing, but they took away all my commissions because I wasn't using their recommendations. And so I left that firm and I went with another firm that had more of an orientation towards trading, but it still didn't feel right to me. Then I got a very fortunate break. I had started trading in some unique areas in the over-the-counter market using options. And when the Chicago Board Options Exchange came along, I got an invitation to be executive vice president or senior executive vice president during the early formative years. Now, just prior to that, I had had memberships on the Chicago Board of Trade and on the Chicago Board Options Exchange. I had to give up those memberships in order to assume the position at the exchange. But that period of time excited me about what trading could deliver for me. It fit my personality. Unlike the job I had at IBM, the irregularities that take place in trading, you have to deal with change constantly. And in a lot of businesses, if things don't change too much, we think that's powerful. What I tell people is trading is about change. Without change, there is no opportunity in trading. And so it fit my personality because I welcome change. I welcome the mental challenge of handling and dealing with that change. As I understand, much of what your career has been in the trading area, that you recognize that same aspect of what it takes to be a trader.
Ok, ma ciò significa che praticamente ogni giorno tu devi ricominciare da zero e devi leggere il mercato, ascolti quello che è successo prima, ma ogni giorno praticamente riprendi da zero e devi comprendere il cambiamento, devi praticamente ricominciare da capo e da capo e magari qualche cosa che la gente che vuole iniziare in questa professione non è disposta a fare.
Well, let me redefine what you just said, if I may. There are some types of people that are interested in the markets that don't have to deal with daily change because their motivation is longer in the market. The market that I'm focused on is a very short-term market. I'm a day trader to 2 to 3 days at a time. The shorter your trading appetite is, the more you're going to have to deal with change. And it's important also when you're going to be a short-term trader, is not to be biased by what may be your longer term expectations of the economy or the world, etc. Because as you mentioned, change can happen very quickly. The real key to short-term trading is understanding that inventory by the shorter-term traders constantly goes from too long to too short. And if you don't understand that, it is going to be very difficult because your economic biases or personal biases will get in the way. If you understand the people you're competing against, understand how they constantly get inventory too long or too short, then you have a much better opportunity. As you say, it changes in the market. You know, we've heard the old saw, you know, markets are too short to go any lower, or they're too long to go any higher. All those are saying, they're very common, they've been stated for years, is that inventory's gotten too out of line either one way or the other. So you've got inventory adjustments, you've got economic adjustments, but dealing with that change and understanding that change is very difficult for most people.
Prendo una di queste frasi che ha appena detto. Le persone alcune volte hanno paura e mi chiedono cosa succede se quello che stai insegnando, quello che stai condividendo un giorno finisce. Se per esempio non funziona più, potrebbe essere qualcosa con la tua esperienza, ma diciamo, quello che insegni, che cosa vuoi che effettivamente rispondiamo a queste persone? Se qualcuno qui ci chiedesse, ok, che cosa succede se quello che insegni praticamente finisce, per così dire?
I've been trading and teaching for onwards of 40 or 50 years, depending on how you actually do the definition. And it is amazing over that period of time how much change has taken place. Now, with that said, everybody's, oh yeah, they expect it. But underneath that, there are three things that have never changed, and they are common to any transaction that is financial in nature. And that is whether you're buying a car, whether you're trading an option, whether you're trading futures, whether you're trading a stock. It's price, which advertises an opportunity. Time regulates that opportunity, and volume measures the success or failure of that opportunity. Those three basics
Never change.
are applicable to any type of transaction that is economic in nature. So that's not going to change. Over time, have we seen less time in order to recognize change, or more time? Yes, and you have to make that adjustment. But the basic fundamental principles have not changed. And it's not just applicable to trading. It's applicable to anything that's financial in nature.
Ok, thank you.
Sono Gianluca Lambusta, fondatore della Ciao, trader professionista da 13 anni, faccio trading dal vivo ogni giorno e se ti è piaciuto il contenuto che hai appena visto, allora metti la campanella, seguici sui nostri canali social, ci vediamo al prossimo contenuto.